So Josh Ludke and Carissa Windley will be our first pair. And it is going to be, you know, dragster versus door car, dragster versus door car, and then a dragster. So will the dragsters wipe the door cars off the face of the planet? Will the door cars basically take the dragsters out to where there's only one left? Or will we see a little split? I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I do know now. Well, I'm going to hold off 1 second. So a 449 for Josh Ludke, a 586 for Carissa Windley. Boonville, Indiana, represented in the left side. Carissa Windley representing Caldwell, Idaho on the right side. 586, the last remaining pro car standing. Staging it up in the right lane, going up against Ludke, who is, as they said, baby sharking it. Took the wing off, going with just the dorsal fin. Advantage at this end of the racetrack goes to the door car, but the win light belongs to Ludke. Ludke was 35 green and goes 452 on a 449 to get the win by 30 thousandths of a second. Carissa was 28 green and runs 593 on a 586 dial to come up just a little bit short. Well, let's see. $5.99 the dial for Sweo. $4.61 the dial for Sean Schaefer. Dragster versus door car. One of the door cars has already fallen. Oregon versus Idaho. What happens here? The door cars have been put to bed. Sean Schaefer, 009, dead on 9, is 18 total. And with 3 coming back, Sean Schaefer's looking pretty good. Because, well, he was 009 and Hicks has already had a bye. As in, like, right now. And Josh was not 009. Just saying. So Greg Hicks on his birthday driving Dean Bush's car. Who wouldn't like a $30,000 birthday present? Like a big trophy, a hat, like the whole deal. No. Greg doesn't want that. Oh my goodness. Greg Hicks gets out of the throttle and goes 510 after he was 001 on the tree. So a 001 reaction time for Hicks. And our 3 coming back are going to be Hicks, Ludke, and Schaefer. But I got to say this. Miss Carissa Windley and Ken Sweo did a heck of a job today to get down to the round of 5. All right, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at. We're going to give them some time to get them turned around. I think we may go on pause here just for a moment. I don't know, maybe I'll take the mobile camera and walk up to the top of the grandstands and show the view. Might as well. We got time. We got time. So it is Hicks who's trying to get it done on his birthday. Lutke rolling out of Indiana. Schaefer out of Idaho. Of course, Hicks from here in Nevada. Yep, he does. He lives just down the street. That ain't bad. He probably did. He probably did, I'm just saying.
All right. So there's still, man, this is great. There's still 1,800 of you hanging in with us on the in the chat bleachers. For those of you maybe have never seen it, you're about to get a little treat. Nate Hershey's going to go for a little stroll and kind of show you the sights and the lights of Las Vegas. So he watched me huff up those steps. So he said, man, I can't have you being the only one walk up there. I'm going to walk up there too. So he's going to go for a walk, but he's going to take the mobile camera with him. So we're going to try to make this work, and I know that Warren's going to come in clutch, and we're going to make this thing work. So Nate Hershey has taken a little walk. So we do appreciate everybody hanging in with us on the live feed. Brought to you by Jags and Hoosier. Edward, that's 377. 377, round one. Hey, good job, Gabe. Way to finish that essay. All right. So I see the camera is now moving, which means Nate is moving. Don't hit that. There you go. We'll make sure you didn't run into the fence. You don't watch him walk. All right, before you take that first step, Nate, just breathe. Just take a deep breath. See how he's done? Oh, don't run. Stop it. You're showing off now. All right. Nate's huffing those stairs like a champ, and I've got the ladder sheet. So, again, as previously said, Mr. Schaefer going to have the bye run. Greg Hicks and Josh Lukey going to be the pair in the semifinals. Yeah, Nate definitely took those stairs a whole lot faster than I did. Yeah, he slowed down towards the top. Gets steep up there. But you are about to take in the sights and the lights of the Strip of Las Vegas. Look at that. That's awesome. That looks good, Nate. Wonderful shot. So look at that. Absolutely Beautiful picture. Hold it right there, Nate. Don't move. Just, man. Absolutely right, Donnie. What a view. Just to think you can take a camera that high and look over, and it's just right there, and yet it seems so far away from where we are. Thank you, Nate, for taking one for the team. There you go. There's the arch. You kind of get to take it all in. Like I said, it's one of those things that's definitely ought to be a bucket list for you if you've never been here. Glad I got to knock that off my list. See all 4 lanes, just a cool view. Absolutely, Gabe. You'll get there. So we are letting them cool them and get them ready for our semifinals. Hey, thank you, Cole. It's an honor, privilege to be part of bringing it to you. So thanks for watching. We didn't have anybody to show it to. It would be worth a whole lot. So thank you all for hanging in with us all day. And thank you guys. You guys have pushed us up over 3,100 subscribers to the page today. So I think we were probably 1,000 less than that earlier today, and over 1,400 likes on the feed for today. So thank you guys so much. Now we get to do it again tomorrow. So it won't be long. We're going to crown a champion here. Silver State Refrigeration and HVAC, 30K Wednesday. All right, so here you go. Those of you in the chat land, see, this is why you stay up late with us. Especially if you're on the East Coast, it's getting really late. But they turn Nate loose with the camera, and you just never know where he's going to end up next. I think he's heading back to the Diva desk, so you're going to see what that looks like. That's where all the real transactions take place this week. Your buybacks, your raffles, your tech card purchases, all that stuff. And Nate's going to take you back there. He's lurking. Oh, there we go. So there's our swear jar. Man, you kind of got all the behind the scenes brought to you by Nate Hershey. He's good at the announcing. He's a camera guy. I mean, you name it. I mean, dude, you took those stairs like a champ. You were like, that was like a half run. I mean, that's a half run up there. But then as you got towards the top, you could tell it was kind of starting to get there. Yeah, I just started slow.
Yeah, it got a little slower.
But, I mean, it was impressive. Those views, your camera shot, they were great. I mean, you could, when you zoomed in, it was like, man, it's like you're there.
Well, and seeing it from up there again, you definitely do need to go a little bit farther down up towards the top of the pits because there was some of the view that was blocked by the grandstands of the Motor Speedway over there. But, no, man, I'm fine.
I appreciate you faking it for me. That's exactly how I sounded when I came back. So I appreciate you faking it at least.
No, it was good. It's a good place to watch the races from and take in the sights. And again, kind of like what we said, the fact that without a whole bunch of trees here, or we have a lack of foliage because it's a desert. But you do get to see quite a long ways away. I think that was one of the first things that ever really kind of tripped me out a little bit. And for people who, you're born and raised in a certain part of the world, and I'm sure everybody online can kind of associate with this or relate to this in some way or another. And what's really kind of my deal is I grew up in an environment where there aren't a lot of trees blocking the view. So if there's weather coming, you can see it for miles away. Like that there's clouds coming from this end of the valley or whatever. The first time I ever really got out of Vegas, I ended up in Oregon on the coast. Big full, trees, all that kind of stuff. And the window of sky that you could see went from like 60 miles to like 6 inches in between the trees. I didn't think that claustrophobia was a thing for me, but when I couldn't see the sky like that, it was a thing for me. It was kind of crazy. I think you need to do that, Gabe. I think that's exactly what you need to do. That's going to be interesting. All right, so there are 3 left. Yes, there were a good amount of donations already in the swear jar, and that is, again, when Mike kind of first came up with that idea of putting that swear jar out there, we have been able to do some really amazing things for some racers, for part of our racing family. We gather up a lot of money, and then at the end of the event, we give all that money to somebody that needs it, some deserving organization, something like that. It's just racers being racers and helping out where they can. So, yeah, racers, as you are making your way through the day, through the week, through the event, the swear jar is back there. We will make a decision soon as far as who we're doing that. But, again, just looking to see if somebody knows of some racers that part of the racing family somewhere that could use the help. We definitely want to find somebody that could use the help. You can see the view to the back of the staging lanes. We've got some of our final 3 starting to roll in. That's Josh Lutke making his way up towards the front of the lanes. We'll get Sean Schaefer back there. We'll get Greg Hicks back there, and we'll whittle our 3 down to 2. But, yeah, so we'll collect up all that money in the swear jar, and that'll just be racers helping their racing family. It'll be good. It'll be really good.
All right. So drivers will take you the front of the lanes. As we are getting ready to run our semifinals, figure out who's going to be in the final. We know Mr. Schaefer will be there. We got to figure out what the other half looks like. Will it be Greg Hicks, the birthday boy, or will it be Josh Lutke? So Sean Schaefer, he won the 2020 50K, the Fall Fling West 50K. Josh Lutke has had success at the Fling events. He was the Galat 50K winner, 15K winner at the 2022 Summer Fling, and picked up 30K more at the Fall Fling in 2022. Greg Hicks, will be a first-timer. What better day to do it than on your birthday? So we'll see what happens very, very shortly. But we will take y'all to the front of the lanes, please, for our semifinals. Silver State Refrigeration and HVAC, 30K Wednesday semifinals. To the front of the lanes, please. So we are checking tires, and we are getting ready to go. Sean Schaefer, we need you, please. Sean Schaefer, we need you, please. Sean Schaefer, we need you now, please. Love the in-car shots. Like I said, you can only kind of imagine what's going through everybody's mind, their thought process, but to actually see it and take it in on the live feed is just another thing. It's cool. Helmets are going on, and we're ready. So the winner of this pair are going to come back for 30 grand. So will it be Lukey? Will it be the birthday boy? We're about to find out. The tractors are clearing the track, and we're going to go hot. As I can hear cars coming around the corner. Like a 451 for Lukey and a 483 for Mr. Hicks. Well, happy birthday, John Wilson. All right, so our semifinals. Silver State, 30K Wednesday semifinal. Josh Lukey on the left side, Boonville, Indiana, the Law Chevrolet entry. 451 the dial. Greg Hicks, North Las Vegas, Nevada. It is his birthday. 483 the dial for Greg. Josh would like to give Greg a birthday present, which will be a third place finish. Greg would like to keep it rolling. So will we have a repeat fling winner, or will we have a newbie getting a shot? We'll know here in just a minute or so. It's a big round here in terms of payday. Your cut in the final is going to be a whole lot more than your cut in the semi. And you know that has to go through your mind, whether subliminally or you're conscious of it. You know it's there. To have a chance to stage up in a 30K final at a fling event, big deal. So will Lukey do it again, or will Hicks do it for the first time? Lukey's in. Hicks is in. Here we go. 5 thou separate him. Here comes Lukey. Win light goes Hicks. As Lukey would say, he probably did give him a birthday present right there. 22 takes 16 to be 1 thou under. Had to take 15 or less. Hicks is 17 and 2 above. So Greg Hicks going to come back for the final against Sean Schaefer. So we'll have a bye run for Sean Schaefer. Then he and Mr. Hicks will come back and battle it out for 30 grand. He's going to jump over and go to the left lane. So what do you think, Nate? You think he runs it out, or do you think you don't? You'll say no. All right. I think he knows what this car will go. He'll hit the tree and probably, I think, maybe not. He may go nah, run right out. We'll see. It is. That's a good looking car. It is. They're just announcers. They don't know. Legs it out. 001 red goes 463. So, yeah, there you go. He did. That's right. He goes, listen to that guy. He has no idea what he's talking about. And I've never met him, but if he'd met me, he would know I don't know what I'm talking about. So Sean Schaefer and Greg Hicks going to square it off, fight it out for 30 grand. We are about to put our wraps on Silver State Refrigeration and HVAC Wednesday here at the Mosier Engineering Spring Fling Million, presented by Optimal Batteries. One more to go. Then we get a break till tomorrow. We can do it all over again. It's been fun, though. It's been a fun day.
It has been better than fun.
Really has.
You know, the weather's been great. It is starting to get breezy, and we are going to deal with some wind over the next couple of days. But between everything that's been happening, between, seeing Carissa Windley pick up that last pro standing bonus and rolling back there in the round of 5, of course, seeing what pretty much everybody had been doing all day long. We found out that water sucks.
Yes, water does really suck.
Things that you get educated on as you go to each and every one of these races. You find out something new every time.
Yeah, shout out Eric Mann. Water does suck.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I don't know if this stuff's gonna be in Indiana or not, but I'm gonna have to. That Malibu Breeze and I are gonna get heavily acquainted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's my favorite.
If I were you, I'd take one of them bags and bundle it up, and put it in your backpack.
Well, we'll see
before it all disappears.
I know, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to withhold because everybody has to try it. Because once you try it, you're gonna like it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna look for that at the store.
Absolutely.
Again, it's just basically like water. SUX.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yes.
That's good stuff, man. Thank you very much for bringing that up here and sharing it with us. We appreciate that, Eric.
Absolutely. Watersucks.com.
I agree. Oh. So it is down to 2, Steve.
It is. And, man, here's the cool thing. Like, 377 cards went down round 1.
Yep.
We had buybacks. And, dude, we're going to be done before 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
That is good. I mean, when you have the number of cars on property that we did, had a nice day like we did, we're able to get through all of that. 9 o'clock, everybody's still going to be able to, make your choice.
Yep.
You can either hang out here, head back to the hotel, get some sleep, get some rest, or shoot down and check out the other strip because they keep those places open late.
They really do.
Or early, depending on how you look at it.
It's like the city never sleeps, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what they say. Isn't that what they say?
Well, I think New York is
that
the
New York?
city.
Yeah,
New York's
I don't
the
think
city
this one
that
does
never
either.
sleeps. But
No.
we don't. We pretty much don't ever go to bed.
Right. Well, that's okay.
But, yeah, I mean, it's the entertainment capital of the world and is quickly becoming the sports capital of the world. And that is one thing that I will say. And this is going to be like a massive shout out to the world of motorsports. You think about Vegas now, Steve, and the fact that in just, 6 short years, what, Vegas was, where all of the major sporting affiliates or major sporting groups would stay away, right? They're like, oh, Vegas, We've had a professional hockey team that has come in and won the Stanley Cup. So Vegas Golden Knights, go Knights, go, have come in and they said the Cup in, was it 6? Cup in 5, whatever. They ended up doing that. We've had an NFL team that has relocated to Las Vegas. So now we've got a major NFL stadium that has hosted a Super Bowl. We've had the NHL All-Stars here. We've had NBA All-Stars here. We are very soon going to have a Major League Baseball team that moved here. As a matter of fact, Tropicana Hotel, that had been around for 67 years. It was one of the original Strip properties, closed its doors for the last time yesterday. Closed its doors. That will be demolished. Don't know if it's going to be imploded or taken down, however they're going to do it. I mean, you really have to implode a building that size, and that's really what we do, right? Here in Vegas, when something turns a certain age, we strap birthday candles to it and blow it up.
I want to come for that.
It's kind of cool to see. I mean, we've seen hotels like the Sands and the Dunes and the Stardust. The Landmark was actually demolished that way. Landmark, when it was demolished, it was actually used in that movie Mars Attacks. They actually used footage from that. But anyway, that is going to get taken down. That is going to be where the new baseball stadium is.
Wow.
So the world of professional sports in the last 6 years, 7 years, have moved into Vegas big time.
Yeah.
They've all
You have a
realized
WNBA
we
team
do
too, right?
WNBA team that is two-time
Yeah, they're
champions.
pretty awesome. The
right?
Aces are good.
We've got a professional lacrosse team. We've got a professional soccer team. So all of these things are moving in. And that's all happened within the last decade.
Wow.
This place was built in 1999. The world of motorsports knew what everybody else didn't before the turn of the century, and they all came to Vegas first. NASCAR was here. NHRA was here. They all knew what Vegas. Oh, yeah. Donnie Algieri, that's right. We had F1, Formula One.
Wow.
Which, the only other place in the U.S. that it races at is COTA, Circuit of the Americas. They put a Formula One race on here, which was kind of a spectacle to see the Formula One cars actually racing down the strip. And they built a full-time permanent paddock back there behind MGM, right over by the airport. So as you're kind of headed back towards the airport, if you take a certain route to where you go down and see the Sphere, you can actually go right by the F1, the Formula One paddock. So all of that has moved in here, but it was NASCAR and it was NHRA. It was the motorsports that recognized the potential that Vegas had that got here first.
Wow. Innovation at its finest.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But, yeah, the cool thing, and again, with that Sphere, I don't know how many folks. Oh, that's right. Miami's got F1 too. Thanks, Randy. So the 3 places, right? 3 places. Or is there? No, it's Indy that runs. Well, Indy, not F1, but Indy runs in several places, obviously, here in the States. But F1 has just got the 3. But if you did watch the Formula One race from here, talking about the Sphere, what was kind of cool about it, they can put all kinds of things on that digital display. And at one point, they actually had the Sphere looking like a driver's helmet. And as the racers would come out of the paddock down the first straightaway, they would actually come and basically race around the Sphere. So they had that little racer, the helmet, kind of watching the cars as it went by. It would swivel its head. It was really kind of cool what they did. Oh, okay. So they used to in Indy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, those things are crazy fast. Oh. All right, so we're down to just 2. Again, tomorrow morning we're going to get started at 8 a.m. with our new entry time runs. Then we'll get into round number 1, starting with Larice Pro. Then we'll get into our Super Pro door cars, which I believe we're going to start with our odds tomorrow instead of our evens. Same thing with the dragsters. And we'll get them back in and set up. So with Schaefer and Hicks getting them turned around, our first $30,000 winner of the Spring Fling Million here in Vegas for 2024 will be crowned soon. And then, like we were saying, with it being 9 o'clock at night, you still got an opportunity to head down and take a look around the other strip or Fremont Street. So the text just went out for the Silver State 30K final. Hicks with lane choice over Schaefer. Because Schaefer was really close, but was 001 red. So Hicks with lane choice over Schaefer. Drivers, we are ready for you. Let's get you headed back behind the tower, please. Drivers, let's get you headed back behind the tower, please. Drivers, bring them up. 30K final coming up soon. Well, while we do wait on our finalists to come in here, of course, we'll toss it out there to the folks in the chat bleachers. You got Sean Schaefer coming in out of Boise, Idaho. You got Greg Hicks coming in out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And wait a minute. Geographically, and I'm just kind of saying this for another announcing partner of mine who I love and respect greatly. Really enjoy working with him when I get a chance to work with him, wherever it is, whether it's Tucson or wherever. Well, let's think geographically, Idaho. Which side of the Rockies is that on? No. Idaho's not east of the Rockies. Idaho's west of the Rockies. And Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada. Where's Nevada? Is that east or west of the Rockies? That'd be west. Yeah.
West.
Okay. I'm just,
You asking for a friend?
No, I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
I'm asking for a friend.
Oh. Facebook post coming in 3.
Oh, I'm
2,
sure.
No.
I'm sure.
He'll just up the taunting.
I know. I love that dude. He's so cool. He is just such a good guy to work with.
Now, he hasn't been online in an hour though, so you might be safe. You don't.
I'm
care.
sure he'll go back and rewatch the finals. You know he will.
Yeah, you wish you wish he was up though.
That guy, dude, he is. You want to talk about a diehard race fan?
Yes.
Lives, breathes. What he's done out there and at the Motorplex in Dallas. I mean, just tremendous guy. And I
Stat Central.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly. But it's always just kind of fun when, you're constantly hearing this, hearing that, and it's like, let's see here, Idaho's West Coast, Nevada's West Coast. Well, that's not really true, Mr. Raymond. See, that is not quite true, Mr. Raymond. He's saying that, all of a sudden now Hicks has made it to the finals. Like, oh, you can't claim him. His house is just down the street. He grew up racing junior dragsters right here at this track. Runs Super Pro here on a regular basis. Yeah, he travels a bit, but oh, you guys are so wrong. Look at this. You know what that reminds me of with like Raymond and Donnie coming in here right now going, oh, Greg belongs to the East. Let's talk about Waterboy. You remember at the end of the movie Waterboy when he's getting married? Who shows up at the wedding?
Right.
Dad, who ain't been around, all of a sudden be like, "Oh, my boy. Oh, now he's your boy."
Nice tackle, Mama.
Oh, man. Now he's my boy. Oh, that's funny. All right, so it looks like Sean has already made his way back up behind the tower. You're right. He might race on the East a lot. But that doesn't mean that he's not a Nevada boy, that he's not a Vegas guy.
I mean,
Just saying.
you know, you are going to do the interview, so I guess you could make him pick a side and say what's he. I mean, he's going to say right here. So.
Oh, dude, if I make him pick a side out there and he doesn't pick the right one, he knows what'll happen.
Right. I mean, so.
Oh. Well, what, are we going to get into that whole political conversation right now? What are you identifying as today?
Where from?
What are you identifying as? Today I identify as a rabbit.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So if he says he's an East Coaster, I guess he is. I mean, but he's not going to say it.
No, it's not Greg.
He's not going to say it. The question is, if he did, if they did make him walk here, if he wins, he has to have to walk home.
Dude, if he does that, I promise you, every single one of them that's out there backing and helping him right now, be like, "You're on your own."
Yeah, that's right.
Be like, "Good luck, but tomorrow."
You're riling him up, aren't you?
Oh. Who do I think's winning?
Oh.
The one that turns on the last scoreboard? That's what I that is not one of those things that I'm going to do. Between Sean and Greg, both of them have been deadly today. So,
And I can
that's a pick your poison thing, man.
Right. They wouldn't want me to pick either one of them because if it's anything like, sports or anything like that, whoever I think is going to win never does.
No.
So
No.
the one I pick would be like, "Oh no, please don't pick me."
I mean, you think about it, it's like Schaefer, he's been to a final round and won it before in that fall fling. Hicks has not been. He's looking for a first here at a fling. And I mean, just with everything that's going on, plus, Hicks is looking for something really awesome on his birthday. So I'm just saying, it is a presidential answer.
It really is. Absolutely.
I'm going to completely. The only thing I didn't do, well, actually, I did rephrase the question before I answered it, didn't I?
Yeah.
They said, "Who do you think?" I said, "Who do I think's winning?"
Yeah.
Well,
You kind of did.
yeah, that's totally political.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
going to run for office.
Yeah. You should.
Oh, Donnie. Don't put that kind of pressure on your man. Because, now you got those from the West Coast who are like, "All right, Greg, yay, Greg." And you're going to have to make him choose between families. That's
Yeah. No, he's going to choose West Coast because it gets to be his
That's not
birthday
cool.
for 3 more hours.
all right. So they're back there. I'm going to talk quiet, kind of quieter.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to go with, like, the golf announcer.
Right.
All right. So
He lines up the putt.
you can see back there behind the tower, Sean Schaefer, Greg Hicks.
And Peter.
Both have arrived. They've got their cars there and ready to go. Greg and Sean reviewing the decisions that were made earlier one more time.
The sealed document.
Yes.
What's in
with
the envelope,
Peter Biondo.
Yes.
That would be the way to go, I think.
Yeah.
Is you could take the split, put it in a sealed envelope, have a little wax stamp on it, kind of like at the Oscars.
That's true. Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, you
But
break the
that
seal.
one year they did have the snafu. So
Well, true.
maybe
True.
not,
We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We don't need to repeat.
The accounting firm of Dewey Cheatham and Howe is reviewing it all. So.
And we'll see. Gabe's even
Gabe's still
popping
up.
in there going, "Look." And I think, I may be putting words into Gabe's mouth, but it's like, are you East Coast or are you West Coast? Gabe's like, "Well, we're Minnesota. We're in the middle. So you could join the Minnesota Mafia."
Wow, there you go. Good news. Gabe did get his essay done.
Gabe got his essay
He
done?
did get his
That's
essay
excellent.
Done, so that's good.
Nicely done, Gabe. As both drivers back there checking the tire pressure.
Oh,
I think Greg's going to opt to go with the 8-pound.
I thought Peter was going to check their tires.
No, I don't believe so. Sean, Greg, a little bit of an awkward laugh at each other. You know, they're buddies on the outside.
Right.
But as they're looking at each other going, man, I love you. I'm going to kick your...
He's like, man, I'd love to ruin your birthday.
Right? Sean's out there going, hey, happy birthday, buddy.
He's like, there's always tomorrow for dreams to come true.
Oh, man. I know they're back there right below the speaker, and we're totally blowing their
Yeah,
concentration.
they're going, just please shut up.
Right?
But they were saying the same thing hours ago, so
Oh, absolutely.
we're in our slap happy time now.
Look at this. See? Look at this. Greg Hicks live on the big screen. See, he does put his pants on just like everybody else.
One leg at a
One
time.
leg at a time.
Absolutely. He's like, no, seriously, be quiet.
He's like, guys, just come on,
He's
man.
like, are they really narrating me getting my
Yeah.
his suit on?
Calling it play by play.
The worst part is that's probably delayed, so we're talking about something he already did. It's okay.
No, it's pretty good. It is slightly delayed.
What?
Look, man. Look. Hicks is dressed for it's formal, black and white. He's in his formal racing attire.
It was his black tie.
Yeah, black tie. It's a black tie affair.
That's right. Man, I'll tell you what, for $30,000, I'll wear a black tie.
Heck yeah.
I'm in.
I'll put on my tux fire suit.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, we're not listening to it, so
Yeah, that's right.
They may not agree.
I'm just saying, I mean, to have the camera back there, because a lot of times you're sitting up there going, all right, the drivers are getting in now.
Yeah, you kind of wonder, what are they doing over there?
They can
Yeah, you
actually
can
see what's happening.
Absolutely.
So the last pair of day number 1, well, technically day number 2, but we had the shootout yesterday. And that's great. Dude, looking straight down into that's awesome. Man. So here we go. Cars have fired. Well, I'm gonna say this. I am not gonna ask him in the winner's circle if it's him. I mean, we still got to decide who's gonna be there. We still got to decide who's gonna be there. But we've got just a quick little touch up on the track. Oh, Captain Midnight. I'm gonna have to change your name to Captain Obvious. Chimes in here now with my money's on the dragster.
Well, easy money.
Look, well, that's like going down to the casino down here and playing roulette and putting $5 on black and $5 on red.
Yeah.
Right?
We're not. I mean, I guess.
The only thing that's going to beat you is if it lands green.
And it would for me.
Well, I'm just saying. Oh. Look at that. That's the eye of the tiger right there. They had to zoom in on Greg Hicks sitting there staring down the racetrack. Raymond's got a point. If I don't ask now, we'll see. Oh, man. All right. So the dragsters are ready. The tractors are coming off. The water is going into the water box. And decisions have been made. Dial-ins are up on the scoreboard. Lanes have been chosen. Greg Hicks, with lane choice, opted for the right side. Sean Schaefer, very wisely, in that last round, said, well, I got a feeling that if Hicks gets lane choice, I may end up over here in the left lane. So he made his bye run in the left lane. And we'll see what's going to happen. So Greg Hicks has got a 485 dialing up on the scoreboard. Sean Schaefer will be leaving second with a 463. Hicks, who is doing the rideshare program with Dean Bush, and oh, by the way, since we're talking kind of East Coast versus West Coast, the car that Greg is driving is from his buddy who lives here in Vegas, Dean Bush. And the car races here all the time, and Hicks races that here in Super Pro. And that car is currently the Super Pro points leader.
So not on the East Coast.
Not. That would be here, geographically here.
Like Vegas.
Yeah,
Got it.
just saying.
Now you're telling for a friend.
Just for a friend. Side note. Hicks is pre-staged. Sean Schaefer is pre-staged. Final pair of the night for $30,000 in the Silver State Refrigeration Wednesday comes down to a red light start for Greg Hicks. By 0.003 of a second, Greg Hicks goes red. Sean Schaefer is 10 on the tree and goes 465 on a 463 to get the win light. So 10 green to a 003 red will put the Silver State Refrigeration $30,000 Wednesday into the books. You got to admit, though, Sean Schaefer is going to have a fantastic night. Won the 2020 Vegas Fall Fling West for $50,000. Now adds a $30,000 into his resume of wins. And even though on his birthday, Greg comes up one win light short, I guarantee you it is still a good day. So, racers, we're going to head down into the winner's circle. We'll be talking with Sean Schaefer, your Silver State Refrigeration 30K winner. And we're going to wrap things up. Once again, racers, tomorrow morning, starting things off 8 a.m. with that run for, new entries. Then we'll get into round number 1. I'm going to head downstairs to talk to Sean. So we are down here in the winner's circle. Sean getting congratulations from family, from friends, from loved ones. Even getting a little congratulations from his opponent in the last round, Greg Hicks. And, man, I'll tell you what, for a couple of guys that have been racing each other for a long, long time, I'm sure this meant a lot to both of them as they kind of review the time slips. But we are going to dive in here and capture the moment as they are chatting it up. Sean, come here, man. Congratulations, sir. You are the first man to pick up the big check trophy here this year at the 2024 Spring Fling Million, presented by Optima Batteries. Tell me how you're feeling right now. It was a long day. It was a good day, but when all was said and done, you were the man that had the best day.
Yeah. So feels really good. Last time when I won the fall fling, my kids, my dad, nobody was here. I had my friends, but none of my family was here, and it's really cool to have my family here and get a fling win.
Yeah, as we were walking up, we saw the whole family here giving hugs and all of that kind of stuff, and we do talk about how important the racing family is, but your biological family, to have them here to support you and see you pick up that big trophy has just got to be cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Really glad my dad's here and my two youngest kids, and it's really awesome.
So you were, as you mentioned, the 50K winner back here in 2020. You've now found your way back into the winner's circle. Does the second one feel any less, or is it just exciting as the first?
You know, I'm not as nervous. The first one, I had a lot of emotion. This one, it feels the same to me, but I have a different mindset standing here now than I did then.
So with this being a win light, feeling that momentum going for you, how do you feel the rest of the week plays out for you?
Well, there's a lot of tough racers here. I had a good day today. I was in the staging lanes right, fourth round. I flat missed the tree, and I was just in the right place in the staging lanes that round. So I made pretty decent laps all day, and the car coming here, I didn't think the car was going to be as good as it was today.
Well, it was definitely good. Look at this. We have got a check for you worth $30,000. We've got the trophy. We've got hats. And most importantly, let's get the family in here with you. Sean, come on in here. Get the whole crew in here. Get the kids, everybody. Show off who's here, who's matters. Sean, any last words here before you guys go out and celebrate a big win?
Man, thanks Peter, Emily, the whole crew for putting this thing on. This is awesome.
It is definitely awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make a whole lot of noise for your Silver State Refrigeration 30K winner, Mr. Sean Schaefer. All right, well, racers, as we wrap things up here in the winner's circle, remember, tomorrow morning we are going to get things started at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. we'll have our new entry time runs. That will be followed by round number 1, kicking things off with a race pro. Then we'll get into Super Pro Door Car. Then we'll get into Super Pro Dragster, and we will continue our way through the day for another $30,000, thanks to the folks at Larice Motorsports Insurance. So for those of you that are hanging out with us here tonight, hopefully you have a very safe and happy evening. For those of you that may be going out to check out other parts of the town, please travel safely. But anyway, either way, whatever way, we want to see you back here safe and ready to go tomorrow morning. On behalf of Steve Riggins, on behalf of Ronnie Court, who jumped in and joined in with us today, on behalf of Severio and Gary, who spent a little time on the mic today, I'm Nate Hershey. We're saying goodnight. Oh, and Emmanuel, of course. Viva la Mexico. We're saying goodnight. We'll see you back out here tomorrow morning.